My face is itchy and it's covered in grease paint and I can't scratch it. Ah! Hi there, I'm Charlie and welcome back to Spooky Season. Today I will be attempting my first ever skull makeup look. In full disclosure, I have worn skull makeup before, but it was put on me by someone else. So this is my first attempt doing it myself. I'm a little nervous. First of all, a disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist, nor am I someone who is trained in makeup in any way. I just like playing with it sometimes, so I may well do things wrong, and I also might not do a great job. But this is something that I am excited to try out, and I am really looking forward to, so hopefully it goes well. That said, I think we're gonna need a second camera so that we can get up close. Okay, now that we're all set up, let's jump into it. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to take off what's already on my face to start with, so let's do that. Okay, my horns are gone. Let's get this hair out of my face. Okay, it's time to take off my face. I just want to say this is my first time filming in this particular configuration, so it might be a little uneven. I'm going to do my best, I promise. So now that I'm ready to take off my makeup, I thought I would show you what I actually use. For the main body of my makeup, I take it off with wipes. However, for the finer details around the eyes, I use the micellar cleansing water in oil and some cotton rounds. I hate taking off my makeup because it takes me so long to do and I can't do it all the time because of chronic pain and stuff, so it always feels really sad when I take it off. But I have to take it off to put new stuff on, so we're just gonna do it. You're gonna see my face naked. Sorry. That's the size of my actual eyebrows, in case you were wondering. I do shave half of them off because they're huge and unruly, and this is just a lot easier for me. Obviously, I still have makeup on this half of my face. I just thought it might be fun to fully take it off one half and see the difference before we get rid of all of it. So I'm gonna get it off my eye now. Makeup? No makeup. Whatever this is. Okay, now that we have successfully seen myself half and half, let's just get rid of the rest of it. So now that I've taken off all of my makeup and my face is clean, I'm going to start, I guess. I will show you what I'm using as I go. First thing I'm going to say is that these little bits of makeup I also got in other colors from my haul. They're in like a loose plastic holder. They're not very full either. If you can see how far in that is. They're very fragile and they have no way of being resealed or anything, but there's not a lot in here anyway, so I might end up using it all. We'll find out. To try and help me out with this, I have grabbed a white eyeliner pencil, which is by BYS, and I'm just going to try and draw a basic outline of what I'm wanting to do. I'm just going to do a really simple skull because this is my first try, but we'll see what happens. I'm nervous. I've seen people do indents here and then do them as blackout with everything else being white, in the same way that you would the nose and the eyes to help make the shape. So I'm gonna see if I can do something like that. I've got to stop procrastinating. I'm just scared. Let's have a go. I think I'm gonna start by trying to shape out the lower skull bit. Those weren't words. Okay, I think I have the base outline on my face and I'm gonna start filling it in. I got this little disc full of wedge sponges because I didn't want to use my normal beauty blender, and I'm going to start with trying to do a base layer of white because I feel like we may end up needing more than one coat depending how it goes, so let's start there. Oh, they're all stuck together. They are separate, but they're attached. There we go. Sponge, pizza sponge. I guess I'll start. I'm just gonna try and scoop and dab. If that doesn't work, I'll try something else. Okay, so initial thoughts. This is like a grease paint style makeup, I guess. I don't think the sponge is necessarily the best choice, but it's the tool I grabbed. I'm gonna do my best with this, but I may have to use the other white products instead. We'll find out. It is getting some coverage, but not a lot, and I have already hit pan. I don't know if I should be dabbing or dragging with grease paint. I'm very intrigued by those like solid color foundations that have been all over TikTok. If you know what I'm talking about, they're a full coverage foundation but in vibrant colors, and they're not like a face paint or a grease paint. They're actually foundation, just in colors. And I've seen great things about them. I've not tried them though. Probably I couldn't afford them. I haven't looked though because it hasn't been relevant to me yet, but I keep seeing them and I think they're cool. Maybe they'd be worth using. I don't know. Here's the thing, right? If I do a terrible job at this, that kind of makes it more Halloween, because if I really mess up, I'm going to be terrifying either way, and I'll just say it was on purpose. Yeah, the sponge was definitely the wrong call. Should have used a brush. But I'm like this far in and I don't really want to change. So now it just looks like I have a beard. I know I've gone past my lines. Goodness. But that's also why I'm doing the white first, because I feel like the black will be easier to go over. I'm just moving this around. What is happening? It's just nothing good. Okay, this is immediately unhelpful for me. But if you're watching this and you know how the hell to deal with grease paint, tell me how I'm actually meant to apply it, because I'm just guessing. And I've committed too far at this point to stop and take it all off and look it up and let me know. This is icky and I need to clean my hair. I'll be back. I do feel a little like a first attempt apprentice mime or clown who's kind of just been let loose around supplies unsupervised. That's how I feel. Why did I do that? I want to see if it was still wet. Of course it's still wet. It's grease paint. It's definitely grease paint. I am nervous now. So I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm just gonna see what the consistency and texture of the face and body paint is like. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. I can just see what it's like. This smells like glue. Don't smell it. I'm just lightly spreading this on my hand so that I can see if it sets. And if it does, I might replace what I've got on. No, I look ridiculous, but I think it's just the best that we're gonna get right now. So I would say that my face is successfully paler than normal, but not quite. I'm gonna stop touching it. Why do I keep touching it? I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be dry now. No, it's not. Oh my god. In lieu of taking it off and doing the entire thing in cream eyeshadow, I'm going to stop attacking myself with the white and I'm going to try and go in with some black and see if I can turn this into something passable. I have gotten out a brush that I don't really care about to try and apply the black grease paint. I'm already dreading this, but if it's terrible, I do have alternatives. So just moving off some of that from my nose. Wish me luck. I'm a mouse. Duh. I do feel kind of like a rodent at this point. I kind of feel like a koala bear as well. It's not terrible, but it's also not good. Full disclosure, these were $1 each, so like realistically my standards should not have been as high as they were, but I can dream. There you go, second coat's helping. Yeah, it's definitely a multi-coat situation, I think. Yeah, it's looking darker. What's ridiculous is that it just looks like my normal skin color, the rest of it. I really need to go back to that. I feel like that's not quite big enough. I don't want to do the whole nose because my eyes are gonna be blacked out too, but I might make it a little taller. Actually, I think that might help. I think it does need to come to the edges of my nose though. It's definitely giving like animal of some kind at the moment. Yeah, I think that's gonna look better. I feel like this has made it really obvious that my nose is not straight. Okay, given the increased success I've had with a brush, I think I will go back to the white and try and do some more with the brush that I've already probably ruined. And then I'll continue doing the rest of the black features. I mean, here goes nothing. I think it's helping doing a second, which like makes sense, but I was just so overwhelmed by how appallingly it was going with the sponge. This method is definitely working a lot better than the sponge did. I'll keep that in mind. I've gone over the black, I know that, but I will fix it, I hope. I'd say that that was a lot of white. I'm going to save the last smidgen of this for the end. And yeah, I'm gonna have fun trying to wash that brush later. It may be gone. We don't know. All right, I need to touch up the nose and then we can go to the eyes, I think. Okay, I think I'll call the nose done for now and let's start working on the eyes. Now, even though the grease paint is working better, I am nervous putting it close to my eyes. So I'm just gonna do the outer ring and then I'm going to use different products for the close-up stuff. Possibly too big for a skull eye socket, but that's okay. This is the first attempt, we have to remember. I'm feeling vague Snoopy vibes as well. Okay, I'm not actually gonna put the grease paint any closer to my eyes because I'm worried that it's, I don't know, gonna blind me or something and I have enough vision problems. I don't know if I've outright said it on this channel because I often cut it out of my videos, but I am really short-sighted and have to wear glasses all day, every day. So while I'm filming, I can't see what I'm doing because I don't own contacts. So keep that in mind. Grain of salt. But that's also why I want to look after my eyes as best I can, so I will be doing the closer to eye stuff with eye makeup. To that end, this is Shadow Sense Onyx Cream Eyeshadow by Senegence, and I also have Soot powdered eyeshadow from BYS on the matte palette, and I have 2 different black eyeliners as well as mascara. I feel like the cream shadow will have the closest opacity match, so I'm gonna try with that first and cover in some of these gaps. Realistically, I could have just done my whole face with this, but I don't have enough of the white to do both parts, so that's why I didn't. We are at the point now that I'm gonna have to like super focus on my eyes, so I will come back once this eye is done. Okay, that is one eye done. Let's do the other one. Okay, that is my second eye done. Because of the shine of the grease paint, at different angles it looks more opaque. I have decided against the little cutout bits and I'm gonna go straight for some teeth lines. I've decided that I'm also going to use the Shadow Sense for these lines as well. Maybe it's going together, it's coming together. It's too liquidy though, which, you know, makes sense because of a little freaking grease paint. This is the e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Eyeliner in black. I'm just gonna neaten these up a little. Okay, I think that that is as good as it's gonna get. And that's it. I have officially done a skull makeup look on myself for the first time ever. It was an experience, to say the least. A few things that I want to say about this experience. First of all, this grease paint is the most uncomfortable thing that I have ever put on my face. However, these tubs were $1 each, and for the purpose of the experiment, I think they did their job. Secondly, this isn't actually the finished look I first envisioned, but due to the stickiness of the products on my face, I kind of had to leave it here. I couldn't handle keeping this face on any longer than necessary. Having said that, I do think for my first ever attempt, it's not that bad. As I mentioned, I am not trained in makeup. I am not a makeup artist. I am a novice at best, and that's being generous, but I do really enjoy playing with it, and I would love to continue experimenting with makeup looks, both for Halloween and not. If you have any recommendations of different Halloween or non-Halloween makeup looks you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments below. This is Cheery, and we currently match. Though I would normally snuggle a bit closer, I just don't want to cover her in grease paint. You guys say hello? Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more spooky season coming this month. Cheery and I are both very grateful that you watched that video. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you all again soon. Bye! You gonna say bye? Nope, she doesn't want to say bye. Sorry, Cheery. Bye, guys.